once again, I decide to grace you all with my presence with this wrestling training update number 4. How have I lasted this long? I don't know. Maybe it's heart, determination, or just the never-ending want to be a camera whore. Yeah. Anyway, like I said, I'm Donnie87. If you haven't figured that out yet, then just click out of this video. I am Donnie87. This is the wrestling training update number 4, and really in the past week or 2 weeks, nothing huge has happened, with the exception of the last Friday show, which I kind of worked on, not as a referee. I was kind of in the ring. I did a little something, but you're not going to know what it is unless you go to gfl.tv and make an account. You don't have to pay for anything. You don't even have to get email updates. Just go to gfl.tv, sign up, make an account, and you can watch all the best of FSW and FSW Arizona. And I guess you can watch some of that, what's that, mixed martial arts? You know, that thing where it can go 5 rounds, 25 minutes, and nothing can happen? As opposed to pro wrestling where you can watch, you know, an hour-long match and it'll be exciting all the way through. But getting back to the subject at hand, like I said, this week and last week it wasn't anything huge. Unfortunately, the past month or so, I feel like an ass because I have only been going like 1 day a week for the past month or so, with the exception of a couple of weeks where I went the normal 2 days. But if I only go 1 day, that's 50% of my training gone. 3 weeks ago, I went 2 days. 2 weeks ago, I went 1 day for training and 1 day for the show that I may or may not have worked on. I don't know what I can technically call it, but this week I only went 1 day, and no excuses, but whether it's monetary or whether I don't wake up for my clock, whatever, I'm just sorry for it, and I'll be training for as long as I need to get to my goals. Yeah, a couple of weeks ago I was really pissed because I felt like I should have been performing at a higher level than I was, but I am still new, but I just felt like I kept on screwing up, and I was. I admit, sometimes it's really hard to think in the ring, like especially when I'm in there with a guy that's way bigger than me. You know, it's like, what should I do? Should I whip into the corner? No, that doesn't make any sense. I can't lift him up because that doesn't make any sense either, but you know, hopefully that'll come with time. We're going to work on breaking down matches into, you know, almost like segments. Maybe that'll help me stay calm and think through the match. And that's what I really got to do. I got to open my ears more. I've been told that. I got to listen more. And, you know, like I said, hopefully that'll come with time. One thing that I have been working on, and I think I've been doing successfully, is working on, like, showing aggression when I have a side headlock on. And you know, I always get complimented on my selling. So, you know, things like that, when I get complimented on stuff like that, that really helps with, you know, me thinking that, excuse me, oh man, Little Caesars, sorry. And that really helps with me thinking that I might be able to pick up the, you know, not being so nervous, start listening more. Because once you forget one thing, or once you forget a little tiny thing, it's like the whole thing comes tumbling down, and I don't want that to happen in front of a crowd or anything, so hopefully that'll get better with time. This week, it was kind of like mishmash. I was doing good at times and bad at times, but nothing like the train wreck a few weeks ago. So, average week, did some chain wrestling, a lot of chain wrestling, and we're starting to get more into pro wrestling moves, sidewalk slams and whatnot, and you know, it's really fun. So, be sure to check out FSW on FutureStarsWrestling.com. Check out their YouTube channel. Check them out on Facebook. Check out the show that I am trying to promote here, Scars and Stripes, July 6th at the FSW Arena, featuring the debut of Paul London. We just had Brian Kedrick last week. Why not Paul London? Paul London is awesome. Can't wait to meet him, although I probably won't be at this show, so I don't know how I'm going to meet him. Also, Sean Ricker, Davari, Sergio Vega, and Saiku taking on Funny Bone, Remy Marcel, and a mystery partner in a 6-man tag team flag ladder match. It's going to be off the hook. Also featuring the Vegas Originals and all your favorite stars from FSW. I guess one thing I can report is that a couple of weeks ago, I may or may not have gotten a concussion, and I may or may not have gotten knocked out for a split second because 2 wrestlers decided to use me as their kind of crash test Cody. Not the crash test dummy, the crash test Cody. It's FSW thing. They decided to use me as their crash test dummy. We were using a crash pad, so it wasn't as bad. I wasn't landing on the mat. It didn't hurt as much, but two guys who, I'm not sure if they're looking to team together or what, but they wanted to test out some moves on me, and one of the moves they wanted to test out was like the finishing move that Crime Time used to use, where one guy would do a Samoan drop and the other guy would do a neck breaker. Well, the guy that gave me the Samoan drop, somehow when I landed with my belly more on the mat, and the back of his head hit the back of my head from how tall he is, from his standing position. He's a really tall guy. So he hit the back of my head, and I might have been knocked out for a second because I didn't see anything, I didn't hear anything, and when I opened my eyes and looked at the ceiling, the lights were moving from the side, the light bulbs were moving from side to side, and they were blurry. So I had basically all the symptoms of a concussion with the exception of dilated pupils. I was feeling nauseous, really bad headache, was thirsty. Once I sat down, I felt like falling asleep, but I knew if I fell asleep, it wouldn't be a good scene. So I got up and walked around, tried to stay active, but it was a very uncomfortable couple hours, very bad headache, but you know, it was a total accident. It wasn't malicious or anything, so I just wish he would have hit me in the front of the head, because the front of my head is just so damn hard that I don't think anything would have happened except for a knot on my head, but it was hard impact. It really was. But like I said, check out Scars and Stripes. Check out the Sam's Town show, which is going to happen next month. It's going to be very exciting. I was at the last Sam's Town show. We had a lot of FSW's top stars. We had former WWE and TNA stars. We had guys that are on the current ROH roster, which is really cool. It's always fun to be backstage at those shows, which I can do and you can't. Ha! But the next show, I don't want to give away anything. I know of one or two guys that are already booked for the show, so that's going to be a huge show. The last show got nearly 500 people. Let's bring this one over 500 people. And a new thing that we're going to be doing every video now, every week or every 2 weeks, however long I do this, or however often I do this, we're going to do like an honorable mention, like a shout out of the week. I'm going to choose one superstar from FSW to recommend in this video. Everybody needs to take a look at some of these superstars. Some of these guys, or all these guys, damn it, are awesome. They're great in the ring. They're entertaining. They're just off the wall with excitement. And the number one honorable mention goes to this man. Remy Marcel, the sharp-dressed man, the master of the fro. I mean, it's not like he asked me to be in this video. That's not why I'm doing this. Why I'm doing this is because I believe all these talented guys need to have a few more fans. They need to have a few more views. Not to say that they don't have fans. The place erupts whenever Remy Marcel comes out. He is the sharp-dressed man, the master of the fro, one of the top superstars in FSW. I'm going to post a link to his match with Michael Modest under this video. Check that match out. It was a great match. His match with Tyson Tyler, look for that on YouTube. Remy Marcel versus Tyson Tyler for the FSW Arizona Championship. I really enjoyed that. Remy, I know you might give me crap for this, but I know you're going to see this video. I don't know all of your accomplishments, but I know you're a former VCW Tag Team Champion. I know that you're a former No Limits Champion. I know that you may or may not have, from the pictures I've seen, may or may not have spent a certain amount of time in ROH. I was trying to find those videos. Couldn't find them. Makes me feel like crap. I want to see those videos. But Remy Marcel, the honorable mention, the first honorable mention. I don't know who I'll pick next week. Who knows? Be there at the next FSW show, Scars and Stripes, GFL.TV. Subscribe to it. Watch FSW High Octane. Don't forget about the CW at 2 a.m. on Saturdays. Donnie87, Wrestling Update, number 4. Remy Marcel. Check him out. Google him. Facebook him. YouTube him. Do whatever you gotta do.